All right, hello there, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to do something a little bit different. This weekend's been a little logistically challenging. So I unfortunately just making the video now, and it's already like noontime on Sunday. So I thought I'd do you guys a quick Q&A because I keep getting lots of questions from people. So I thought I'd go for a little hike in the woods here and answer you guys some questions. So I got a question I've got to answer. James wants to know where my first stop is, or the first state I'm going to, and that is going to be Maine. So I think the way things are shaping up, I will be able to go and head to over to St. John's and Newfoundland, and then head from there all the way to the west coast. So Maine will be my first stop. And another question I get a lot is, where am I going to stay during the trip? And being, the hiker and the bikepacker that I am, I really want to camp as much as possible. So at least in North America, North America being, in this case, being US and Canada, I will camp as much as I can, stay at some friends' places, and there might be a few hotels here and there if the weather's really terrible. But when you get down to Mexico, Baja, I'll probably camp as much as I can too. It's pretty safe there. But then once I get over to mainland Mexico and then through all the way probably down to like Ecuador or Peru, backcountry camping is not as, it's not something that happens a lot more, and it's just not as safe to do. So I'll be utilizing, things like hotels and hostels and places like that, or Airbnbs throughout most of that area. But then once you get down to Peru and kind of further south, there's just so much open space. You can kind of camp wherever you want. So I'll be doing, a lot of camping if I can. That's the goal. I just got to get my list out here. So, Friday nights I go to the Bangkok Cafe over in Roxborough, and my waiter, one of the waiters, Fong, he wanted to know if I was going to see any bears. And I definitely hope I do. I mean, I'd love to see a polar bear, but polar bears are usually a wintertime thing, and motorcycles in the winter in Northern Hemisphere really don't go together. So I don't think I'll see any polar bears, but yeah, I hope to see bears. Whenever I'm, out in nature like I am right now, I always feel like I'm the visitor, So when I see an animal, it's kind of like, a lot of us have watched like those shows like Planet Earth and all that, where you got David Attenborough, with his cool accent talking about some animal, and it's just amazing to watch them interact in their world. Well, I think it's even better to see the animals interact, in their natural habitat, but actually in person, and like I said, I always feel like I'm a visitor in their backyard. So when I get to see like a bear or, a marmot or a fox or you name it, just doing their thing in the middle of the woods, and it's just something that's amazing. And that's kind of one of the reasons why, I'll be trying to see as many animals and critters as I can during this trip. So yeah, I really do hope I see a bear, and I will not probably be afraid unless it's a grizzly and he's too close. So another one question I get a lot is, am I doing this alone? And the answer is yeah, I am. All my trips have been solo except for one, and unfortunately that one did not work out. More my fault than anything, but yeah, so it's hard to do a trip like this with someone else because each person has their own agenda. So I will be going by myself, but I'm really hoping that I can get people to come and join me, and not just like to ride a motorcycle. If someone wanted to come and ride a motorcycle for a little bit, I mean, that would be cool. But I've got those other activities like the birding, the disc golf, the fishing, and the hiking, where any one of my friends who is into that stuff would want to come and join me for a weekend or a week to do one of those activities. I think it would be amazing to share that experience with somebody in a foreign country. So yeah, if anyone wants to go on vacation and experience one of those things in some far off land, hit me up, let me know. I think it would be awesome to share that with people. Let's see. The other one I have is, how long will it take me? Everyone's like, oh, it's going to take you like a year. 1 year I will only be down to like Colombia. So the Americas alone are going to be a year and a half. So overall, I expect the trip to probably take, 3+ years at least. I'm just going to spin you guys around real quick here because you guys have to see where I'm walking right now. This is the field near my house. It's Tick Haven for sure. But I love these two big trees all by themselves out here, right over here. They're just like super cool. It reminds me like that big tree in Shawshank. We just need a nice, stone wall right there. And Tim Robbins looking for that box. Yeah. Or actually, it wasn't Tim Robbins. It was Morgan Freeman. But yeah, so the going to back to doing the trip alone. Is that what we were? I think that's what we were, right? No, how long will it take you? Sorry, I just totally got lost where I was there. So yeah, I'm thinking at least 3 years or more. Most likely more, if I can. Because let's admit it. Let's just be honest here. If you're going to travel the world and go see the world, you don't want to race through it, you want to take your time. You want to enjoy it. Nothing against people that do this, but when you go over to Europe and you just go for 2 weeks, every single person who comes back from one of those trips is just the first thing they say is, oh, I wish I had more time, because they tried to do too much. And I don't want that to be the case. And that one kind of leads into my next thing, which is, a lot of people want to know, how can they follow me? And this also kind of applies to the, how long will it take? Well, the trip really is dependent on, financials and keeping the trip going. I'm not made of money. I don't have a ton of money. So the hope is that YouTube, this channel here, I can get it monetized. And by monetizing it, YouTube will be paying me. So to make that happen, I need people to, subscribe, watch the videos, and to like them and kind of share them. To get monetized, you need 1,000 followers. I'm at 10% of that right now. You need 4,000 hours of watch time. So that's 240,000 minutes, I think. If this video was, 15 minutes long, do the math. It's a lot of views of a movie. And it's the whole video, So yeah, you guys want to follow along, YouTube's the place. But I'm going to put up on the screen, maybe over here, I'll put a QR code, so if you're watching on TV, you can hit the pause button in a second, and you can scan that with your phone. If you're on a phone watching this, I'll put it in the comments below. I'll put a link. I have a page on called LinkedIn bio, something like that. It's kind of like a better version of Linktree that you use on your Instagram and all that. And if you guys click on that, it will give you links for the social media icons for Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. It has a link to my website there, and it also, I update it whenever I put up a new video. So when I put this video up later, this video will be the current video on there, and that will have all my socials. So that's where you guys can follow me. Okay, one other thing that I did mention while I was in the woods was on the homepage of my website at onelaparound.com, there is a map from the website / app called Travel Map. And on that, I can load up my GPX tracks each day, and you guys can see where I actually rode, as well as I can put up videos, photos, and all kinds of other little tidbits and write stories about certain waypoints along the trip. So that's a way for you guys to track my physical progress as I go around the world, and then YouTube will be where I'll tell the actual story. But the biggest thing you guys can do when it comes to following, like I said, is to watch the videos, subscribe, like it, share it with your friends, kind of thing, make comments. All those things help push me up through the algorithms so that I can get monetized, and then I can bring you guys more and more, adventures and see more countries. So yeah, and that's how you guys can follow me. But those are the main questions that I get from people, mostly. But I'm trying to look here to see if there's any others. Oh, the other one is, what am I most excited to see? And I mean, this is one of those ones where I feel like you're opening a can of worms, because I could break it down into the hiking, the fishing, the disc golf, you know, the birding. There's so many places to go. But places that stand out to me, like Iceland, the Faroe Islands. I mean, Faroe Islands has 5 types of penguins, and they have a disc golf course. Like, how can I not stop there? And it's gorgeous landscape. Down like the Atacama Desert, down in Bolivia, and then Peru is just an amazing country. Argentina and Chile. I mean, Colombia and like Costa Rica and Panama for the birds, and Ecuador. I mean, Colombia has 1,900 birds. North America only has like 900 and something. So it's over double the number of birds we have. And there's a eastern wood pea right there. He's singing away. I gotta check for ticks. Sorry. So yeah, so for that, like for birding, I said Argentina, Chile, way down there. Mongolia is one that I really want to see. And then Africa, as a kid, you know, you dream of like, you know, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, like the jungle animals. I look forward to like going over there and seeing all that and just experiencing just the culture. And I look forward to things like Nepal and going up and seeing some of the Himalayas and all the stands except for Afghanistan, because of course I couldn't go there. But like Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, all those countries are just, the landscapes are absolutely gorgeous. So I really look forward to those. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Like I said, I can just go off on the things I've been, you know, on Instagram and YouTube. It feels like every single time I go on there, the algorithms are showing me some new exciting trail to hike or some amazing, you know, road to ride your motorcycle. And at a certain point, I'm just kind of like, you have to like narrow down the list. But yeah, so many places to go. So yeah, well, I don't want to close you guys with this video, is I want to show you guys or tell you guys where we're at timing wise. So I got the tents here, the binoculars already came back, the GPS is on its way. We'll be here Wednesday. So all the major things are here. I got a bike cover coming. There's a few other small things I might want to order in the next week or two, like a tool roll for my tools, and then there's maybe some handlebar risers. But most stuff I have. The biggest issues that I have to tackle are, one, I have to like get all my ducks in a row at home, like moving my bedroom around, getting my dad, you know, access to, you know, things like bank accounts and all that kind of information, and just getting him those kind of safety checklist things ticked off the list. So that's a huge amount of things to do that take time to collect the stuff and all that. And then when it comes to Donkey, there's probably 12 things, at least a dozen things that have to be done to him. And they're not, unfortunately, some of them are easy things, but other things are bigger and take a lot more work. Like I have a USB that I bought because Donkey has a USB on the dash, but it's a single USB-C. Well, in today's world, one plug isn't really going to do you much. So I bought one that has 4 plugs. Well, the problem with that is you can't just take it out of the dash. You have to get to the back of it, and to do that, the windshield comes off, the headlight assembly, the entire headlight has to come off the bike, which means probably you have to drop the fender, and it's just a huge project for this tiny little thing, you know? So there's things like that I have left to do. So I got all those things to put on, GPS, grips, you know, the bark busters, the head, you know, that USB kill switch for the kickstand, the side stand. I have shifter to put on, brake pedal to put on. I got to bleed the brakes. Let's see, what else? We got to put the new levers on. We got to wire the phone charger in. So we got to work on that auxiliary one. So yeah, we got to do the tires. We got to mount new tires. So a lot of stuff to go on, to be done, and not a ton of time to do it, but. So a quick update on Donkey, since we're giving you guys a timing update. He's got himself his new Achibas tank on here, as you guys can see. So now I have 6.1 gallons of fuel. The hard part's going to be nailing down like my brother and getting him to help me with that stuff because he's a busy guy. So yeah, lots to do. A lot has been done. If you guys have any other questions that I didn't cover in this video, leave them in the comments below. I'll make sure to answer them. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this week's video, kind of answer some of those questions you guys had. And like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button and all that. And we'll see you next week.